Hey, good morning, darlings. For a minute there, I forgot where I was. And I saw go live. Hi, good morning, good morning. Have you got your cup of tea? I've got my chamomile today. So lovely to spend another few minutes with you, tapping into your mindset and exploring whether you've got a scarcity lack mentality mindset thing going on, or if you're moving more towards an abundant mindset. And that's where we want you to be. This is the muscle that we are working every day for 10 days during the Abundant Love Alignment series. And today is day 9. Oh my God, we're nearly there. Tomorrow is the last day. I can't believe it. Yeah, and I'm doing this in the lead up to my 5-day Meet Your Soulmate challenge. So that starts on Monday. Officially, we start Monday. Tomorrow, the Facebook group opens. So we're going to, all the women that have requested to join and who want to take part in the challenge, they all get let into the Facebook group tomorrow. So even though we don't officially start till Monday, the energy begins to build tomorrow. And I'm so freaking excited. I cannot wait to meet these women. I'm not great with remembering names, but I do get a feel for names, and I'm already seeing there's women coming into the challenge who've done it before. Some of them have done it 4 times before, but they keep coming back because every time they're learning more and receiving more and growing more, and the community is so, so awesome. And I can see that there's a lot of names and women that I don't know. So I'm really, really looking forward to meeting some newbies and welcoming them into our world. It's a very beautiful place to hang out. So as you're joining, please say hi. Hello, Emma. Good to have you. Is it a good cup of tea time for you? 11:30? Yeah. It's always a good cup of tea time for me. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? So lovely to have you. Thanks for joining me today, darlings. Let me have a sip of my chamomile, and then we'll dive into today's teaching. So we're talking about an abundant mindset, and it's pretty impossible to have an abundant mindset if your mind is cluttered. Abundance is expansive, right? Oh, so Emma's in the office. Oh, so you sneaky son watching us on this. So an abundance mindset, abundance is expansion, right? Can you feel that? Just like tap into the energy of the word abundant. It's expansive. It's spacious. There's room. There's light. There's clarity. Can you feel that? The word abundance, just like feel into the energy of it. It's clean. It's full, but it's clean. It's not busy. It's clear. And so to have an abundant mind, we want to create that in your mind. And we want to create that with your emotions as well. And we want to create that in your environment. So it's these 3 levels that are really, really important. And how do we clear it? We declutter. If you're joining, please say hi. I can see a few more people coming in. And if you're on the replay, don't forget to type hashtag replay, and then I'll know that you've been watching. But yeah, to have abundance in our lives, we have to clear away all the clutter. Yeah. So there's a teacher of mine, you probably know her, Denise Duffield Thomas. You may have heard of her, fellow Aussie girl, and she's a money mindset coach. And she talks about decluttering a lot when it comes to calling in more money and creating more money. And she talks about decluttering in the same way that I do, around checking out sabotaging belief systems that are going on. That is clutter. Sabotaging thoughts are a blocking energy. We have to clear those out to create space for abundant, helpful, self-loving thoughts to replace them. The same with our emotions. We have to declutter them. So start like heavy emotions, repressed emotion, feelings that haven't been acknowledged, that have been building up over time. It's such a stagnant energy, and we need to acknowledge that, understand it, feel it, release it, to create that energetic, emotional space within our body, our emotional body. So it's like our intellectual body and our emotional body both need acknowledging where there's stagnant, blocked energy and clearing out with love and compassion. And that's actually what we do on the 5-day Meet Your Soulmate Challenge, plus some other cool stuff. So a big part of the challenge is about decluttering your mind and decluttering you emotionally. But a really great way to prepare yourself to do that is to declutter your environment. I mean, I don't know about you, but I function very poorly in a cluttered environment. Are you the same? I love to take time, especially around a new moon. If I could do it on a full moon or a new moon, but I like to do it on the new moon or the full moon, because I feel like when I can clear stuff out, like so on the new moon, I would clear out in advance of the new moon so that there's space for me to call in what I'm desiring. I have to create the space to call it in. On a full moon, I'm clearing out because the full moon is all about releasing. So it kind of, it's all around intention, but you can do it either way. I choose to do it either way. Like, I make it work for me. But we've got to create that space. So clearing out filing cabinets, bringing your accounts up to date. What's been nagging you that just needs sorting and organizing? Do you know that every time you go to your closet, you're looking at stuff you never wear anymore, and you keep saying, I really must take that to charity. I really could sell that on and buy something new. Like, we have to create the space. I'm going to be traveling on Sunday morning. Now, I think so. Some of you know where I'm going, but you're not allowed to say, keep it zipped. So those of you in my Love Lounge who were on the 7 a.m. call this morning doing our desires work, I told you where I was going on Sunday, but that's our little secret. I'm going to keep it as a surprise, because I'm going to a surprise destination on Sunday morning. And it's from there that I'm going to be running my 5-day challenge. Now, the reason I'm doing that, it's part of my own energetic decluttering. I feel very, very called to do the 5-day challenge, to host it and to run it from a very expansive space. My soul was like, this is your 5th challenge and you need to change it up. You need to inject some new energy, and you need an expansive, abundant, light-filled space. And I wasn't going to get that here in my office. I mean, I do actually have a really beautiful office. I love it. I've made it just gorgeous, and I actually really enjoy being in it. And there was something about what I know is going to be called forth from me next week during the challenge, and the way I'm going to be of very, very high service to the 200 plus women that are going to be on it. That requires me to have an immensely decluttered space, immensely, like a complete blank canvas. So I'm creating that for myself, and I am ensuring that I don't have distraction around me. So nothing domestic, nothing to do with my usual day-to-day work life, nothing to do with my private life, like nothing to do with my home, my pets, all of that. Like, while I love it all and I have a great relationship with it all, I'm very grateful for it all, I feel a deep calling to create a blank canvas for myself next week. So I'm getting on an airplane and I'm going somewhere to create that experience for myself. And for me, that is a form of decluttering for what's coming up. And what I love about travel, by the way, just to say, I don't know if you're the same, but when I know I've got the deadline of a flight, boy, oh boy, do I get everything here tip top and sorted. So my office will be so clean. My to-do lists will be organized. There won't be post-it notes everywhere. My filing will be organized. So when I come back, when I leave from my trip, I leave and I look at my office and I'm like, yes, great. Everything's in order. It makes me feel expansive. It allows me to tap into possibility. If I left it in a mess, the chaos that would have me feel, because everything's energy, the chaos that would have me feel would have me go away and not have the experience I desire to have. And then it also means when I come back, I walk into my office and I'm like, good, clean, clear slate. I'm ready to start again. So that energy is so important, and it's different for all of us. Like, you might function all right with a bit of mess around you, but you've got to know what works for you. I don't function with mess around me. I mean, you can see, like, I like to create a beautiful environment. I like to have my flowers. I like to have my candle burning. I've got a bunch of crystals down here. This is one of my favorites. Look at this. This is a yummy one. Oh yeah, isn't it beautiful? I like to have my things. I like it just so. And I honor that about me. So it's about honoring you and what you need in your environment. And only you know where in your environment you need to declutter. During my last, I think it was the last 5-day challenge, who was on it? So who's here? Hold on. Helen needs to clear out. Okay. Yep. And I'm surrounded by clutter in my office. I can feel office clear out project coming on. Yeah. And look, we're coming in, for those of us in the UK, we're moving into spring. It's perfect timing for a spring clean, isn't it? So yeah, Emma, you were on the last challenge, weren't you? Helen, I know you were. Ruth, I think you were. Was it the last challenge or just before the last challenge? I remember this subject of decluttering came up, and there was a conversation that was running with a lot of women about the number of emails they had in their inbox. So I can't bear it. I cannot bear an inbox full of emails. Every day I'm going through and deleting everything that I don't need to be in there. So I've never got more than maximum 20. Yeah, it was the last one, wasn't it, Helen? Okay, yeah. And there was women in the challenge. Yeah. There was women in the challenge with thousands. And there we go. Ruth said she had thousands at the time, but you got rid of them, right? You were motivated to get rid of them. That stuff, that is just blocked energy. And another client of mine, Anne, I don't know if she's going to watch this, she commented that not only is keeping them bad for your like mental just spaciousness, but all of that stuff is stored on servers somewhere, and those servers are using energy. And it's such a waste when you look at the environmental impact. So you can take it that step further. So really acknowledging that where you are cluttered in your life could be having a real environmental impact. And how could you declutter with an environmental consciousness as well? So don't just chuck stuff out. How could you upcycle? How could you recycle? And I could feel this conversation going off on a whole other tangent. So I'm not going to go down that road, but you know what I'm saying, right? Hey, Annette, lovely to have you. Are you on my challenge? Are you coming next week? Hope so. Ruth saying, got rid of loads. It felt wonderful. And it does feel wonderful because remember, we are energetic beings. So we feel the energy that's taking up space. We feel the stagnant energy. We feel the blocked energy, and it holds us back. Yeah. So if you're wanting to call something magnificent into your life, you have got to create energetic space for that magnificence to come in. If you're coming to call in your soulmate with me next week, you need to create space for that. It's energy. It's a thing. It's a thing, didn't you know? Oh, good. Yay. And I can't wait to meet you. So good. So good. We're going to have a blast next week. Were you here on the live when I said I'm going to be doing it from a secret location overseas? I'm actually getting on a plane to go somewhere to make sure that what I deliver next week is of super high frequency. Super high frequency. We're going to do some, like, make magic happen next week. So I have a quote for you today. Today's quote is by Joshua Becker. And it is, the first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. Ta-da, just what we've been talking about. The first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. Environmentally, consciously. Yeah. So next week, we'll be doing that on an emotional and mental level. But before the challenge, you could be doing it in your physical space. It could be about cleaning out your car. It could be office, your home, your garden, your makeup bag. Anyone got a disgusting, dirty makeup bag? Anyone got makeup brushes that need a bit of a clean? Anyone got sock drawers with just like unpaired socks? Sort that out. Recycle the mismatched socks. Today's affirmation, if you're here live, please type it in. If you're on the replay, I would still love to see you type this in. It's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. It's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. And I just want you to feel the energy in those words, because a lot of the time, the reason why we hold on to stuff is because we're not sure who we are without it. Yeah. And especially for the single ladies, you might be holding on to something to do with a past relationship. It could be something physical, like old love letters, or his jumper that still smells like his aftershave. You could still be holding on to emotional pieces, because even like anger, holding on to the anger, while it doesn't make you feel good, any anger, resentment, bitterness, jealousy, any of it that doesn't make you feel good, by holding on to it, you still get to have a connection to that person. And it's the same with your mindset. By allowing yourself to continue thinking about them, ruminating on them, wondering about them. Where are they now? Did I make a mistake? Should we get back together? Like, the ruminating voice. While you're allowing that and not releasing it and letting it go with love, energetically, there's still a connection there with that person. There's a cord there. So it does require you to know that it's safe to let it go, that it's safe to release it, and it's safe to allow something new in. And we're often very scared of allowing something new in because the new is the unknown. And when we don't know it, we don't trust it. If it's not familiar, it doesn't feel safe, but that doesn't make it true. It's not true that it's not safe. And this is the piece we have to overcome. And I feel certain that we're going to be covering this next week. This comes up on every challenge I run. Letting go to allow in the new is a process of self-trust and faith that something better is available for you. Yeah. So it's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. Emma's saying it's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. Yes. Anybody else? Who else is going to type that in for me? If you're not driving, of course. Helen, ooh, this is a good one for me right now. It's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. Yes, darling, it is a good one for you right now. Yeah. It's safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. And again, I'm sure we'll be covering this during the challenge next week, but there's that piece of having real compassion and kindness with yourself, that it might take there might be a process to the letting go. It might not be about ripping off the band-aid and doing it quickly. It might require some real self-love and self-compassion and acknowledgement that it hurts to let go, and it brings up a lot of emotion to let go, and I'm scared to let go. And so maybe for a period of time, the letting go is just acknowledging that and allowing yourself to feel the feels around that until you can draw a line in the sand and say, enough is enough, I'm letting go. Whether it's physical, emotional, mental. Yeah. And that it is safe for me to let go of what I no longer need. Yes, it is. Yeah. Beautiful. So today's practice is to, you guessed it, declutter your environment. So do it with conscious intention and clean, organize, and create space, because you will feel the difference. You will. There is no doubt. I've just removed a champagne box from my kitchen dresser that has been there for 2 years. It was from celebrating my ex's birthday. Didn't realize I was still holding on. Did you literally just do that then, Helen? Or is that recently? Did you just do it because we're talking about this now? That's powerful. It's really powerful. It's funny, isn't it? It just becomes like stuff all of it, whether it's stuff like a champagne box or whether it's emotions or mindset stuff, it's amazing how we get so used to it being there like an old piece of furniture that we don't even notice it anymore. But it's that familiarity that's looking to be released. That familiarity is keeping you stuck in a space that you actually don't want to be anymore. And so you're being invited to call in the unfamiliar, which, as I was saying, can feel a bit scary because it's unfamiliar. But this is where we got to get really ninja at noticing, what am I not even realizing I'm still holding on to? It's been so normalized that I haven't even realized it's holding me back. And these are the kind of massive ahas we're going to have next week in the challenge. That's what's so exciting about it. Oh my God, you literally just did it there. That's amazing. Okay. Good work, Helen. I love that. Yeah, let that go. Let that go. It must have been a nice bottle of champagne to hold on to it. Has it got like a really funky label? All right, my darlings, I'm going to get going. I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I will see you again tomorrow for the final episode of Abundant Love, the alignment series. Final episode tomorrow. And I will, if you've missed any of the previous episodes, they're all available on our YouTube channel. If you're on my mailing list, I will be sending you out an email tomorrow afternoon with the links to all of them, so you can just go through them one by one easily. Yeah. Okay. If you have any single friends, invite them to come to the 5-day Meet Your Soulmate Challenge that starts next week. Facebook group opens tomorrow. Ooh, can't wait to meet everyone. You're welcome, Emma. So welcome. And you are also welcome, Annette. Okie dokie. Love you lots. See you tomorrow. Bye.